Alright, BobalosRex here. In today's video, we're talking about the new Battle for Azeroth meta achievement. So, like they added in the Shadowlands one, which was great by the way, and then the Tayavon one in Dragonflight, they're adding a retroactive meta quest to BFA, and there's 2 mounts to get, not just the one, which includes a B for Horde. But they also added one for the first part of the War Within. I'm going to talk about that one separately, but let's talk about the BFA one, because a lot of this you can work on early. You could basically log in and automatically get this mount if you have all these achievements done. They are adding in new metas, but the stuff required for the meta is earnable right now. So let's get to this. First off, do Uldir. You can hit up Uldir right now if you haven't. Next, do Battle of Dazar Lord. You can hit up that right now. Crucible of Storms, another raid you can just hit up real quick. Eternal Palace. Nyalotha. So you knock out the raids. Easy peasy. Normal or higher. They're all fixed now. Nyalotha should be working fine. N'Zoth has Invisible Psychus. Just remember he has Invisible Psychus. You can see my god in N'Zoth. Then, Battle for Azeroth Dungeon Hero. You just do the dungeons on Heroic. You can run them on Mythic. Some of them drop mounts. Good luck. Just knock that out if you don't already. Now, this is where we're getting new achievements. Alright, a bunch of new metas for each of the zones. But all the achievements required for them, we can already get. So let's get through it. And then this one awards the B. And I will link this page so you have a written view of all this stuff. And some of this is subject to change, or this may be subject to change, so hopefully we'll talk about at the end some of my opinions on some of this, but let's get through it. Adventure of Zuldazar. Pretty easy to do. Treasures of Zuldazar. You know, get the treasures, kill the rares, easy peasy. I don't think it's all the rares. It's like a certain amount. This is all the treasures, I think. Then we got Low Expectation. This is like a little achievement where you run around and talk to all the Loa. Use Wowhead for a guide for it, honestly. That's what I would do, because I got to get some of these. Then this one is Show Respect. You got to / respect all the Low involved. You got to go to specific spots. Can I get Hecht? This is complete the Janie quest in Zuldazar. Low Vitel. That go find all the volumes of this. Again, you just use a guide. Then this one has you go feed Brutosaurs. This one has you maintain a Gonk buff. Then they have you go over and do a bunch of achievements in Terrace Guard, including rares, treasures. This Bless the Rains Down and Freehold, where it requires a world quest, but then you gotta poop on people with the parrot, which is funny. Then you got Forbidden She Shanties. A lot of go find this stuff in the world. This one just has you dance with another player, so you gotta have another player to do this one. This is for the horse races. And then this is just a quest line, you know. Then you got Najmir here, Buon Voyage. I'm liking these titles. Hot Tropic, Sound Off, Buon Voyage. I really hope they add more of these. So you got Storm Song, Treasures, all that. Oh, we skipped Najmir. Adventurer, Treasures in Nazmir. Then you got more fine stuff in Nazmir. Do some stuff during World Quests, which I gotta work on. This just has you eat plants. Oh, okay, I remember that one. This one has you go find all the Krogs. Another World Quest one. It's like 3 World Quest one. You're basically doing all the little achievements in the exploration tab for the zone. So I got a bunch to do. I know a buddy who did a lot of these quests back in BFA. I don't think these are going to be harder after BFA, but we are going to have to be watching out for world quests. But you can get started on this now. And we got Storm Song Adventure Treasures. This one has you use the Sporonite Bomb on the Lycan King. That involves a rare. This one, I don't know what this is, but it's another little quest here. Another find stuff. It involves you eating at a special thing, so it's probably just find a thing, get an item. Collect all the truffle effects. This has you do this is the bee quest where you gotta feed bumbles. That takes like a couple of days, so you're gonna want to get started now. It is Alliance only. Some of these are Alliance only for their zones, as I'd imagine some are Horde only in their respective zones. Or, you know what? No, it looks like all the all the Zandalari ones can be done by everybody, but all the some of the Kultiran ones you got to be Alliance only. Maybe there is an Alliance bias. All right. Okay, so we went through that. Voldoon, Scavenger Treasures, Find Junk, Ride all the Rickety Planks. I think that's part of a thing. Old Bone Bite. Then you got the Sandfisher, which this requires dailies. You gotta fish up worms and get their scales. Rescue Volpair and Voldoon. And then here's another World Quest one. Completed dig site while dressed as a Volpera during the assault. Alright, so that's gonna require an assault. Jeez. Got dress fur here, treasures, rares, eat all the sausages, witches, boons, read all the stuff, again, looking through all the stuff, kill all the cursed animals, and then return the Order of the Embers, another Alliance only. Jeez. Then we got more quests, do the Lore Master, do the Explorer, complete 100 different world quests in Kulturas and Zandalari. That's gonna be a farm for if you haven't done this yet. Ooh, gotta get started. All right, then you got War Stories, which is a new meta, but all these quests are earnable now. Complete the Zandalari intro. Complete the Kultiras intro. 2 sides. So this is gonna require someone for both the Alliance and the Horde. Complete the 4th War campaign, which is going to be good. If you haven't done the quest line of BFA before, this is going to be good. It's going to get you some story. I do like these now if they have us do all the story stuff. That's kind of cool. Which they would. Aid Vol'jin, complete the Kulturas, do the Teldrassil quest line for the Night Warrior, do the Mechagon quest, do the Nazjatar quest, and do the Ny'alotha quest. So yeah, this is just all questing. All questing. Then we got a rep achievement right here to get your reps. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, that's your Horde or Alliance respective reps. This is, you just do it on one faction, and then you're good, so you don't need to get every single faction maxed out. So Alliance and Horde, it's just one or the other. Then we got the Island Expedition achievement. Now this one will no longer require Island Slayer on the PTR, but it still requires Notorious, which makes you win 50 islands. I really hope they change this to play 50 islands. Otherwise, we're going to see lots of win trading. It's just, you're gonna see an influx of island PvP once this patch hits, maybe beforehand for anyone doing this, and the winning aspect is going to be rough for a lot of people. We saw how Plunderstorm is. I think since you removed Island Slayer, change this to wins or remove this. Okay, I think PvP islands are going to be a pain to do. You know, you're going to get either people twinking in them, or win trading, or all this other stuff that we already see done through PvP stuff. You know, I just think they should just turn that to play. So we do get an influx of people playing islands, PvP islands, but the people that want to do this can get done and get out. All right. And then that has Island Conqueror, which is complete them on Mythic, which you can do solo. Collect Azurite, which you can do solo. Azurite Globes solo. Get all the quests, which will take a while. Like, we are on weekly rotations for these, which is kind of crazy, because some of these are locked behind certain setups. So you're definitely going to want to get started now. Collect all the pets. You can end up buying boxes for these, so that shouldn't be too hard. Helping Hand, just help the NPCs in it. And then complete 50 island expeditions on Mythic. Alright, so it should be easier without the Island Slayer, but you're still going to have to win PvP islands. So get started now if you want. I know someone who runs PvP islands, but you can only, if you have two sides queuing, then you're going to need 6 people. Alright, then we got a new meta, but this is for war effort stuff, so war fronts, we got to do war fronts, and if war fronts aren't solo queue now, they really need to be, especially heroic ones, and they need to be completable, because why are we having to get pre-made groups for an expansion three expansions ago? Crazy. And yep, War for Battle of Darkshore. Then you got to do capture all the locations, and you got to do night moves. So not only do you got to get into the war fronts, you got to make sure you're the first one to click these. You're going to be competing with other players on your own team. Recruit the troops, which isn't that bad. Recruit the troops. Tour of War. Just do it with the following commanders, which the commanders switch by the week. So this is going to take... It's not just 1 week rotation. It's like a week and a half. So it's going to be like 4.5 weeks to get this one. Nasty. Same thing for... okay, that's just a troop thing where you turn into the troops. That's not going to be that bad. Eventful battle, complete the random events. That's going to be a pain. You're going to have to keep requeuing. Raise 5's war. Okay, the war campaign stuff. The mission tables, you're going to want to get started on your mission tables. Look at all these mission table achievements. And then complete 6 horde assaults. Okay, so that's just the assaults that pop up. Again, you're going to want to get started on this now because they're on week-long rotations. These aren't. These rotate like every day. There's one up, I believe. But depending on what time you're up, it may be down, or you may be sleeping, you may be at work. So you're going to want to get started on these now, because it's going to take time. Then you got Undersea Usurper, which is the big Nazjatar meta. And let me tell you, this takes a month. At least. So if you want this mount right off the bat, we'll get to it. You'll get a crab, and you'll get progress for Johnny. Mechadon. Mechadon doesn't actually have a month-long requirement, but it does take a long time, and you do have to wait through multiple days of rares rotating and hoping certain ones are up. And some of the rares require a couple of people or farming some stuff. But again, this one already rewards a mount, so you can get started on this, get a mount, and be ready for the Johnny mount. Then we got a new meta here for the Black Empire invasions. Some of these I have not done, and I'm going to need to farm myself. So, defend the Veil of Assault. So let's just do the assaults. These rotate weekly. Okay, some of these rotate bi-weekly. Okay. But you're gonna want to get started on this now, because it will take a couple of weeks. Basically, this will take 2 weeks. You'll do 2 on 1 week, 1 on the other. Same thing for Uldum. Then this has you farm rep, more rep. You're going to need to farm rep. So you want to get started now. Then this has you kill a bunch of corrupted creatures, so you gotta go hunting all around. Then this one has you killing 1,000 tumors, so you gotta get all the tumors. It's gonna take a while. And then this has you complete every unique consuming mall objective. Okay, so that's the little events. You gotta complete them. Then you got the visions meta, if you haven't done that yet, to get your serpent. You're gonna have to get through that, which means doing Stormwind visions, Ogremar visions, which change weekly, and doing the different. You're gonna have to. It looks like you're gonna have to grind the rep 2 there, or some of it, for one of those. Then we got a new Heart of Azeroth meta that requires you to do Heart of Azeroth stuff, unlocking all the quests. It looks like. Infuse Heart of Azeroth with the essence that's rank 4, which shouldn't take too long. Rank 3 of every slot, which should take a little bit longer. Then this one has you get all the essences from Rise of Ashara, so that's going to take you a bit. You're going to have to do Nazjatar. And a little PvP. And then this one has you get the N'Zoth one. So again, you're going to be farming your Heart of Azeroth again. I'm excited. I think I got most of these, but, you know, it's back on the table. And this one is easy. Just get transmog from all of the different seasons. That's the best way to put it. So get Mog from Uldir. Complete a transmog set from the Warfronts, which you can just buy. The PvP ones, you can just buy a set from the given season, and you're good. For the raids, you gotta farm the raids, so you gotta do Dazar Lore, buy from Season 2, do Eternal Palace, get a set, and with how Transmog Collection is going right now, it's not gonna be that bad. If you complete a plate set, you'll get the achievement. If you complete any of the sets, you get the achievement, which you're collecting on anybody you run through, so it should be easy. You buy from Season 3, you farm from the Nyalotha, then you buy from Season 4, and you're all good there. And then the last little achievement is go around and love all the critters, which I'm glad they added that, because I really been slacking on those, so I gotta get to it. And that's all the stuff for the BFA meta. It will get you a Janie mount, and if you haven't completed, and remember, we'll also get the new B mount, so you'll be basically getting 2 B mounts if you complete everything here. And if you are missing other versions of this quest, you'll probably get 2 mounts here and a bunch of other collectibles while you're getting through it. So I'm really glad that they add metas like this, because it gets people going back into the expansions they may have missed. And expansions do tend to feel better when you out-level it. Unless, well, if you don't like farming and grinding, you may not want to be the biggest collector. Because collecting, to me, is farming and grinding. Alright? Some grinds are better than others, though. But my main problem with this are the PvP islands and the Warfronts. So, hopefully, since they're adding this, they take a look at Warfront queuing. And let us solo queue. Solo queue Warfronts. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.